Hello, today I'm going to show you a new accessibility tool inside of Canvas. This tool will scan your course and show you what accessibility issues you have in your course and how to fix them. So over here on the course navigation menu, you will notice a new link that says accessibility. You will click that link. Since this course has never been scanned before, you will click this button over here that says Scan Course. This may take a couple minutes. This is our report, and you'll see that there are 30 open issues. And as we go through and fix these issues, this number over here will increase as this number over here will decrease. And we have these issues separated by type. We've got alt text, list formatting, heading length, text contrast, missing table caption, and missing table headers. And here are the resources, and these link out to those resources. We have the issues, the fix button, how many issues, the type, and the state, whether it's published or unpublished. And we have the ability to filter the resources. So I'll go ahead and click this down arrow. And you have the ability to filter the resource type, the state, and the issues. Once you complete your accessibility training, you'll be more familiar with these accessibility issues. And again, you can filter these and apply your filters here. Up here, we have a little question mark, and you'll notice the resource types here: syllabus, announcements, discussion topics, assignments, pages, and all of these. You will notice that quizzes is not in that resource type, and I know that Canvas is kind of working on that. Also, this accessibility checker does not go through videos or PDFs or anything that's linked out externally. So just know that. And let's look through a few of these. Let's click Fix. And we'll have our little side panel open over here. I have an image, and it tells me that we have an issue with alt text. Again, I took the training, so I know that this here is a decorative image, so I will click this. If it wasn't a decorative image, I would need to put alt text here. If I needed help creating that alt text, I have this nifty little AI tool that would help me generate some of that alt text. I'd click that button, it would fill in this box, but I could also click into it and add that text that the AI generated for me, and I could click apply. But again, I know that that's decorative, so I'm going to click this little box here, and I will click apply. And then I would click save and next. Since that was just the only issue for that page, I could click next resource, but I'm going to go ahead and just X out of that. All right, we will click into, okay, well, again, this is just a little icon, and I know that that would be just decorative, but just telling by the name of this page, title here, lecture content, I know I'm not using that page. So what I'm going to do is, instead of fixing it, I'm just going to go ahead and kind of clean up my course. I'm going to get rid of that page. So I can open the page, I can edit the page. I don't want to get out of this report, so I'm going to hold Control, and I will click Open Page. And so by holding control, it's going to go ahead and open that tab. And so I can toggle between the accessibility checker report and that page. And again, I'm not going to use this page. I want to clean up my course. So I'm going to come over here and I will click edit. This is a system I use just to let me know that I want to delete this page. And it helps me to make sure that I'm not deleting anything that I don't mean to delete. So I'm going to go ahead and put a couple of dashes here in front of this page title. And I'll click save. Again, this is just a system I use. You do not have to. And then I will click view all pages. Just a little side note, when you are removing things from modules, usually you're just removing them, you're not deleting them. So if you're removing a page, you're not deleting it, you'll have to actually come to pages to delete it. And here we go. I know I for sure want to delete this page, so I'm going to go ahead and check mark that. And I will come over here to this trash can and I will get a confirm delete pop-up message that tells me for sure I'm going to delete this page. So delete. So instead of fixing that page, I'm just going to get rid of it. I'll click out of that and I will click out of this. If I were to update my report, that page would no longer exist. So I would have one less issue to have to work on. Oh, this is another decorative image. Save and next. I'll show you guys one other tool that Canvas has had for a long time, actually. So this is the course accessibility checker, and this is just a report, but a tool that has been built into Canvas for a long time. I'll go ahead and instead of fixing it here, again, I'll hold control and I will open up the page and I will click edit. This has been part of Canvas for a while. You will notice this little person down here. This is the accessibility checker. Anytime you see the RCE, the rich content editor, which is this box here, this little person is over here. If you see a number next to this person, that means that there is an accessibility issue. If you click this person, this checker will show up. And you can fix it here. Apply. And you get balloons there. And that little person no longer has a number next to it. All right, and save. All right, so we have 27. I will go ahead and just click update report. That number should be lower. Here we are. So in this video, I showed you how to use the course accessibility checker. In bonus, I showed you the accessibility checker that is within the RCE, the rich content editor as well. Thank you for watching.